I'm Mark Dresner, and this is Inside BioProcessing, a special interview series featuring experts and leaders at the forefront of bioprocessing, biomanufacturing, and cell therapy. Inside BioProcessing is brought to you by BPI, the BioProcess International Conference and Exposition committed to advancing the interests of the bioprocessing industry by delivering new ideas, demystifying technology, and fostering partnerships to move drug candidates closer to approval. Joining us today is Dr. Victor Vinci. He is the Vice President and Chief Scientific Officer at Cook Pharmica. Victor, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Mark.
Great to have you. Let's start out with a perspective on some of the trends in the landscape and the changes that are taking place. What are you seeing in the business and the market landscape from a CMO perspective?
Well, certainly at this point, the pipelines of the major companies and many small biotech companies are full of innovative new products. So it suggests a very busy landscape for needing help in manufacturing and development. We see novel therapies beyond just monoclonal antibodies. We see people wanting to be able to move across worldwide in their networks, be able to produce in the US but produce elsewhere, and also to be able to quickly ship material to clinical sites.
Excellent, excellent. How about technological innovation from a CMO perspective? What's your take on that?
We see a number of trends, and there are a number of good discussions at BPI, including the perfusion becoming back to the forefront in potential utility, use of disposable processing and equipment. We see a need for speed in the sense that many molecules are moving quickly through pipelines. Some have designated breakthrough therapies, so it suggests that the longer traditional pharma timelines need to be shorter, and CMOs could have a play in that, both in developing our own technology so the client can come in, quickly do a processing, quickly do a drug product fill, get their material to clinic, but also as they come back to us then for later phase work, heading to commercial, we're ready, we already know their process, we're already capable to deliver.
Excellent, excellent. Risks, along these lines, risks are a key topic for CMOs, obviously. What are they, and how do you share them or mitigate them?
Yeah, good question. A risk is, obviously, there are contractual risks, which we have to sort out and make sure that they're readily addressed contractually. The big risks from a technology standpoint are we're often inheriting a client's platform, if it's drug substance, so if it's monoclonal antibody processing. Although platforms are somewhat consistent across the industry, there are always unique differences. We also inherit the complexity, the potential risk of a client's molecule. Will the molecule behave well while we're processing? And then lastly, each client has their own view of quality systems, how they like to see documentation, their interpretation of past regulatory feedback, and then how that impacts the way we manufacture, the way we release their materials, the way we test the materials. So all of those types of risks can build into an initial tech transfer. The key is to have a discussion with the client, talk about what they know about their process and their product, agree that we understand the risks, and agree how we're going to mitigate and co-own the risks.
What does that process look like? Is that something long? Is it early on?
Well, that's a good question. It can be long. We hope it's not long, but it is an ongoing part of the relationship. So the initial discussions are reviewing some of the process data, some of the intentions of what they're going to do in the clinic, what their past experience has been. So that, in some ways, is the easy part. What often happens is we get into the deeper part of tech transfer, whether it's drug substance or fill finish, we learn more things about their process and their molecule than we initially thought we knew. That becomes a second round of discussions, often with their technical experts, sometimes with the quality systems people. So it's an iterative process. With a client who, when we understand each other's cultures, it goes very, very well. Sometimes it takes longer to understand the different cultures of the companies, even across the world, since we have clients in many different places.
Right. Interesting. Cook Pharmica is in a unique position relative to other CMOs. Could you tell us a little bit about that and what it means in terms of your strategic direction?
Sure. So Cook is what we call a one-source provider. So we can go from a cell bank vial all the way to a vial or prefilled syringe or even a packaged syringe at our facility. So there's only a couple of other players who kind of do all of that. We do all of that in one site as well. So I think we're uniquely positioned. We can do everything from development of processes to formulation to analytics, and again, all the way to the back end of packaging. So we offer the full range of services. We're unique in the sense that we've worked with a number of different clients across that spectrum. So I think we have a good perspective on helping guide clients into what they need, even before sometimes they may know what they need. So besides the processing and technology, we have lots of quality audits from all of our different clients. We've been audited by the FDA, and so have a lot of regulatory and quality experience ourselves, and have seen all of the best practices and some of the unique practices from different clients in terms of technology, regulatory, and quality. So I think we're kind of uniquely positioned to help clients position what they're trying to do with their program and help getting their product to the clinic or get it to the market.
Vic, would you say that a one-stop or a one-stop shopping kind of a solution is where the industry is going, or do you feel like this is something that sort of a bailiwick that you'll be probably unique in for a while?
That's a good question. I think that some of the recent consolidation in the CDMO business is suggesting more clients are trying to go to a one-source offering, having the entire package. We still have a bit of an advantage being on one site. We're still a small but growing firm, and so I think we have not lost any of the flexibility that comes with being small and agile.
Yeah, fantastic, fantastic. Well, thanks for joining us today and sharing a terrific perspective. It's been very interesting.
Thank you, Mark.
Yeah, and that concludes this episode of Inside Bioprocessing. If you'd like to learn more about BPI, the BioProcess International Conference and Exposition produced by IBC Life Sciences, please visit us online at www.ibclifesciences.com/BPI. Until next time, I'm Mark Dresner. Thanks for tuning in.